But when we're working just our arms, switch it up. Have fun with it. I think it just takes the pump that you end up getting to like a whole new level. It's incredible. It's not so rigid that you can't change things that'll work better for you or that you enjoy more. Have some fun with it. Good morning. Welcome back. Good to see you again. We got an arm day today. Just arms. Just arms and abs. We're going to be hitting abs too. But just arms today. We're not doing any weak point exercises. We're going to solely be focusing on arms with a couple extra sets for both the biceps and the triceps. So it should be a pretty darn good arm day overall. Pretty warm out already. It's about 60 degrees inside of here, 60, 65. Outside it's already like 51 this morning, so going to be a bit of a warmer day. I think it's even supposed to get up to like 65 today or something like that outside, which is just kind of nuts, honestly. But we got a good arm day ahead of us, man. We are going to be doing most of the same exercises you saw us do last week. A couple different variations, couple different swap ins and swap outs. I've put the exercise list up for you right here, and you can see we're not going to be doing anything too crazy except for those 21s. I bet you're wondering what the heck are 21s if you've never heard of those before. And they are a brutal exercise. Brutal. I have them not last in our overall workout, but they are going to essentially destroy our biceps and take them all the way home before we do those single arm curls. So I did that intentionally. I want to really just do as much work as I can on those biceps before we move to those single arm cable curls, where we can individually with each arm completely burn out the arms and the biceps and not worry about, one side or the other holding us back or getting more or less work volume because the other one, needs more or less. So those 21s are going to just absolutely destroy us. It's essentially 3 sets of 21 reps. We're doing curls essentially in different ROM ranges throughout the 21. And it's a pretty brutal exercise. Typically, I would do those last as my overall burnout, but I wanted to do some single arm cable curls as well today since we're not doing anything but arms. We're doing exclusively arms. And I wanted to throw those in there to get a little bit of isolation work in there right at the end for my biceps. Well, that's enough talking about it though. Let's get after it. Let's hit these arms. Let's start hammering them. We got some tricep work to start with. So let's get over there and start working our triceps. I'll see you there. A little warm up here. Just some general stretching. Nothing too crazy. Just did a warm up set on the cable with a little bit of weight on it. Work up to our working weight. Get those elbows warmed up, triceps warmed up. Everything moving in and grooving with each other. Shoulder stretches. I just like doing those shoulder stretches. They always feel so good. And can't really overdo them either. At least not without some like crazy routine with them, that's for sure. Do another warm up here. I'm doing underhand on the tricep bar here. It is my favorite form for tricep pushdowns with a bar like this. I prefer it if you wanted to bring your hands in or on the outside here. Everything's good. Switch it up, Add in all these different variations. They are going to target the muscles differently. I have found that with the underhand wide grip here, I get the best activation of my long heads. The short head's almost always easier to hit on the tricep, I have found in my experience. So when I can do some extra work to specifically target that long head, or do a variation I know is going to help me hit the long head better, I'm going to prefer it. That's just me. Your mileage may vary though. Give it a try. Tell me what you think. All right. Good, warmed up. Okay, first set. Let's do it. Very good. Number 2. Okay, third set here, we're going to change up our grip. We're going to go inside grip, not underhand, overhand. That's the word I was looking for. We're going with the narrow grip, overhand style on this third set. Now you're probably asking yourself why. Why did we change up that grip there? Just wanted to. That's why, man. I just wanted to change it up. A little variety never hurt. Again, it changes up the way those muscles are worked and activated. Again, it changes up the way those muscles are worked and activated. So a little variation in grip width, the type of grip in these pure hypertrophy accessory exercises is going to do wonders. Now, would I do the same for bench press? Sometimes. You know, those major lifts, we do want to keep it a little more consistent. We're not going to go from like a high bar squat to a low bar squat in the middle of our sets. That just wouldn't be advantageous. But when we're working just our arms and doing these pure accessory movements, switch it up. Have fun with it. It's not so rigid that you can't change things that'll work better for you or that you enjoy more. Have some fun with it. And just like that, number 3. Why not? Let's go on the outside grip this time. Last one. Set number 4. Did I say 3? Set number 4 here. Last one. We're going to go wide. Why not? Overhand, wide grip. Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, time for some hammer curls. We're going with 35 pounds again, and we're doing them on a bench. I like the added support it gives to really just kind of push against something and get that removal of opportunity for heaving that weight up really at all. So by sitting here on this bench, I can really push against this. I've actually got to move this forward a little bit. I do like to put my feet up on this little wooden bench that I have over here. That's just more of like a shelf. But it provides that added stability, and I think it really just helps amplify the work I'm able to get out of these hammer curls and other exercises like it. So let's get after it. We've got a couple sets here to do. We'll start smashing them. Set 2. Woohoo! Yeah. Oh, man. All right, third set here. Let's see if we can get all these reps. That last one was tough, man. Come on. Oh, man. Ah. Ooh. Oh, wow. Whew. All right. Last one. Ugh. Come on. Everything we got. Come on. Oh my goodness. Those were, wow. You know, you feel like you hit it with so much momentum. And then, gosh, by the time you get to that 10th rep, my arms are screaming, man. Screaming they are on fire. Whew. Okay. Let's put these away. And we got some single arm tricep pushdowns that we're going to do again with the, probably these wooden ball attachments again. We'll see if there's anything else I really feel like using for those, but I don't think there is. I'll see you there. You know, it's one thing I don't have is a great single arm, you know, tricep extension accessory. I've got these wooden balls that I use for grip strength training, and they work okay, but I would love to get, and I there's a million of them on AliExpress and Amazon for that matter too. There's like either a single rope or a single bar handle, really, that you can use for those tricep movements. They're all over those marketplaces. I can probably get one for $12 on either of them. But do you guys have a favorite one? And if you do, leave me a comment. Send me a link for that. I'd love to see some of those. I'm always receptive, even more so, to recommendations for those types of things. So gym equipment, a little bit trial and error, but if someone's got a good recommendation for a product like that, I'm definitely willing to check it out. Again, just some kind of single arm tricep pushdown type of accessory. You know, one of those ropes or one of those single handles, anything like that. Or even if it's something still like this wooden ball, let's take a look at it. Speaking of it though, let's do some single arm pushdowns, single arm tricep pushdowns. Very good. I'm thinking that last set was a little too light. I'm gonna add on just one more 2.5 here. I'll put this at 27.5. Let's see how that feels. That's nice. There we go. Even got in on my reps. I completely miscounted on the last set there. Yeah. Oh, that's good. Very good. All right, one final set here. Whew, these are feeling good, man. I really like these. This is a good one. Really focusing on getting a flex at the bottom, squeezing the tricep when we're all the way at the bottom on this last set here. It's been a focus for all of these sets, but I feel like I've kind of dipped in and out of it as I get in the middle of that set. So I just really want to be mindful of that and locked in and getting that flexion, hard contraction at the bottom here. Gone. All right. Well, you saw us on the last few reps of my right side, and then the last rep on my left side there. I had to help myself by using my other hand to kind of push that down. When we get into those latter sets and into those latter reps, and we're just trying to eke out whatever we can from a volume perspective, using, your body, or if you're doing a single arm movement, your other hand to kind of help lift or lower that weight down, and then controlling the negative is going to just really eke out whatever's left in that gas tank and make sure you're not leaving anything on the table there. We don't want every rep to look like that. We don't want to be cheating on everything. But when we get further along into our sets and into our reps, perfectly acceptable from a hypertrophy standpoint, and even just a general training, whether it's strength training or hypertrophy training, to do a couple cheat reps and just really focus on, one, getting out whatever you can, even if you can't control the negative, but two, if you're still able to, controlling that negative and just getting that work capacity maximized. All right, time for 21s. Now, we spoke on these earlier. We're going to be doing 3 sets of 21 reps. And I want you to think about those 21, though, in 3 additional sets, mini sets within themselves, too, okay? All we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing 7 reps, full curls with our easy bar here, okay? 7 reps. Then we're going to be doing 7 reps at just the top half. So I want you to stay in the top half of range of motion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then that final 7 is going to be, you guessed it, the bottom half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? Now, doesn't matter which one you do first, whether it's top half or bottom half. No, you do whichever one you feel makes the most sense for you. I just like doing the top half first. I feel like that bottom half, we get that long length partial, effect of it. And I find that it's generally harder when it's at the end. So we're going to be getting after these here with a big, big, big concentration on the squeeze at the top here. So when we bring it up, squeezing as hard as we possibly can. Everything from, our whole arm, squeezing everything, both sides here, getting really good contractions on all of these reps. Let's do it. I'm using a wide grip. You could go narrow if you want. All right, top half. And bottom half. Squeeze. Whew. Okay, a little bit of a minute rest here, and we hit set number 2. Now, you don't need a lot of weight for these. If you notice, I've only got 65 pounds on this bar right here. Not a lot by any stretch. It's going to be really tough here on our following sets to hit all these reps with that good squeeze, good focus, and good ROM. So, be a little conservative there with the weight that you throw on this bar. But if you've got to lower it down in between your sets, lower it down. Don't try to be a hero. Don't try to be a champion. Get good ROM, good form. Complete your sets with maximal effectiveness, and don't just cheat yourself and leave stuff on the table. Okay, number 2. Top half. Bottom half. That second set was tough, man. Holy cow. Holy cow. Whew. All right, third and final set. Getting kind of warm. Let's see if that lasts at all. But let's get right into this. I'm going to do this last one with a narrow grip. Again, changing it up. We're going to hit different heads of the bicep by changing up that grip, though. So we're going to go for that short head, see if we can hammer that a little bit more. I don't think we put a ton of focus on that today. We will when we do these bicep curls as well here in a little bit, but rather our cable bicep curls. But let's see if we can do one set on the 21s with that as well. These biceps are exhausted as it is, so it's probably not going to make too much of a difference if we do narrow grip or a wide grip. Let's do it. Top half. Bottom half. Oh, wow. Ooh-wee. Okay. We're pleased with those, I think. Those were nice. Those were solid. I hope you enjoyed them. It's a radical exercise, man. It is tough. It is hard. You have to use a lower weight than you normally do, and the amount of reps you end up having to do is just nuts. But my goodness, do you get a pump? Do you get a crazy contraction out of them too? And working in those different ranges of motion, concentrating in that range, I think it just takes the pump that you end up getting to like a whole new level. It's incredible. All right, we're back at it with some Tate presses here, doing some more single arm tricep work, but overhead work. So we'll work the long head a little bit more, doing doing overhead movements like this. So let's see what we can do. We've got 30 pounds loaded up on here. These triceps are pretty exhausted, so we'll have to figure out if this is going to be the right weight for us, but I think it should be. Let's get after it. Very good. Right. Now for these, we're taking the rest down to 45 seconds just because we've got, we're doing one arm and it's getting some rest while the other one's working. So we don't need a crazy amount of time on these. These are hypertrophy. You want to keep the rest intervals short for this accessory work, this arm work that we're doing right now, and not take too much time and have to compensate for it by using extra weight that maybe we won't be able to push through and get all our reps done with as we move into our latter sets. You can always adjust that weight. We certainly will, we will, but I want to keep those rest periods a little bit shorter just to try to keep it truly down to about a minute of rest before we move back over to this guy. Okay, number 2. Good. Oh, whew. Man, this is exactly why we do these single arm movements. That left side was having such a harder time compared to the right side over here. Whew, my goodness. Man, this heat fluctuations. You saw I had to put this back on. It's like as soon as that heater turns off, once it gets to a set temp, it'll drop a couple degrees before it kicks back on. As soon as that thing kicked off, my body just was like, oh, I'm a little cold. And now that the heater's back on and we're doing the exercise, it's like, it's teetering on being too warm again. So we're probably just going to keep the hoodie on and suffer through it. At least we won't be cold. It's better to be warm than cold any day, that's for sure, in the gym at least. All right, one final set here for our Tate presses with the kettlebell. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Whew. All right. We are very pleased with that. I hope you guys like those Tate presses. I feel like when I was going through my fitness journey, I don't think I really discovered Tate presses until maybe 12 months ago, at most 18 months ago. And I wish I had known about them sooner. They are, I think they're definitely my favorite tricep exercise, period. Not sure why either, but I really, really, really like them. Okay, we're going to get the kettlebell put away. I've got some curls to do. I'll see you there. Okay, let's get right into these. Single arm cable curls here. We're going to be really focusing on getting a full extension like this, letting it all go with a bit of a hold, right? We want to be just shy of fully locked out to keep that tension on the bicep and not just let it go totally slack where, we've lost all tension. And when we lose that tension, the bicep doesn't have to work, doesn't have to, hold that weight there, even if it's at the very, 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 very bottom of that rep range. So keeping it just shy of totally locked out. That's going to be the goal here. We're going to be going for 12 reps on each side. I've got about 35 pounds loaded up here in the pulley. Might be too much, might be too little. We'll find out. I did a little bit of warm up here and this feels right. So we're going to get after it. There it is. Yeah. Whew. Man, now that we're even closer to that heater, gosh, is it warm. Whew. Number 2 here. Come on. Not getting full extension there, so I'm not totally pleased with that, but we can fix that. All right, we're gonna reduce that weight slightly for this last set here. Okay, we got one more set here. This is gonna be my last set of these, then we got some ab work. And this is where I'm gonna bid you farewell. I'm gonna do my ab work and clean up a bit around here. There's dog hair and just dirt, dust all over the place. So I'm gonna get that cleaned up, mopped up, out of the way. Hope you have a good day ahead of you, good week ahead of you, good weekend, whatever it might be. Enjoy those workouts. This has been a really good arm workout here. I'm glad we focused just on the arms and add a little bit of extra volume to both bicep and tricep work, even though we did that during the week as well. It's been a little bit fun to add in some of these exercises like 21s that we haven't done in a while. I hope you enjoyed them too. Thanks for being here. I'll see you again next time. Oh.